Who needs a number pad anyway? How the heck are you supposed to fly this thing? Oh no! KC21 mechanical number pad is designed for people who decided it was a smart idea to buy a keyboard without a number pad, because I'm not an accountant, why would I need two sets of numbers on my keyboard? And then quickly realize that number pads are actually pretty useful. Or it's also for people who just really like typing in numbers and want a number pad for each hand. It features a standard number pad layout plus an escape key and 3 function keys. It has an outer plastic case, a kickstand for a more angled position, an aluminum midplate, black ABS keycaps with a front-facing text, a braided cable that's just too short, and most important of all, it has RGB lighting. The KC21 comes with RGB lighting on the bottom with 10 color/lighting modes and either a white or a rainbow key backlight. I went for white for hopefully obvious reasons. Backlight also features 15 different lighting effects, the most interesting of which include on, off, lighting up whichever key is pressed, and a whole lot of breathing and flashing. Oh yeah, I also forgot to mention the second most important thing about this number pad, the switches. By default, you can choose from the most common colors of Gatoron switches, and for another $7 you can get cherry switches. I chose Gatoron browns, and I'm not really a huge fan of them. Not because the quality of the switches is lacking, the Gatorons seem to be on par with cherry in every aspect except on paper, but because of my personal taste in switches. Browns are just too light and don't provide enough feedback for me. But enough about my personal taste in switches, let's take this thing apart and have a look under the hood. Removing the keycaps, we can get a better look at the switches. You'll notice that they are mounted upside down, which is a pretty normal thing to do on keyboards, and doesn't really change anything besides making the light dimmer through the keycap. But these are Gatoron switches with clear tops, so that will help with spreading the light. Now let's remove the case. Flipping it over, we can see it's only held together with one screw, which makes disassembly really easy. Popping the case apart, we can now see the aluminum midplate and the PCB. There isn't much to it, just a small microcontroller and 6 RGB LEDs. The aluminum midplate and the white solder mask are nice touches though. So in conclusion, it is in fact a number pad that is mechanical. Would I recommend it? Maybe. The white case may not look great in everyone's setup, and honestly I think it's a bit too expensive. If it had come with some nicer keycaps or cherry switches by default, I think it would be a pretty good deal, but currently everything except for the aluminum midplate doesn't really justify the cost. But if you like how it looks, and you're willing to pay $40 for a quarter of a keyboard, I'm not going to stop you.